Jaylen, what was your viewpoint of that final play there, and what was the reaction in the locker room after you guys pulled that out?
It all happened so fast, I couldn't really tell. I know Smart shot it, and I thought it was good. And then Derek White, like a flash of lightning, just came out of nowhere and saved the day, man. It was just incredible play. Excited, grateful. You know, it means nothing if we come and lay an egg on our home floor. So still focused, you know, but excited that we came here and did what we said we was going to do.
Jaylen, when you pull out a win like this, when it looked like it was gone, what kind of boost does that give you heading into the Game 7?
It gives you a supreme boost in confidence, man. It don't get too much worse than being down 0-3. Like, we feel like we've been to hell and back. So, you know, we feel like we can face any adversity that gets thrown at us in the duration of a game or duration of a season or in a postseason. So it all means nothing if we don't come out and give our best effort on our home floor on Monday night.
You guys went up. I don't want to say it was a comfortable lead, but you had a pretty decent margin in the fourth quarter, gave it all away. Jimmy hits the 3 free throws. What's going through your mind as that happens? Just kind of like, wow, that happened quick. And then can you take us through just kind of the shift in emotions as White then follows that up?
In all honesty, at that point, I'm in full prayer mode. Like, whatever prayer I got, whatever dua I got, reciting it over and over in my head. And, you know, I knew our season was on the brink. And I'm just grateful to God that, you know, we was able to get the win.
Jaylen, I know Game 6 just ended, but you yourself have referenced Game 7 a couple of times now. Without the obvious, which is the place is going to be loud and rocking, can you put into words, like, really what the atmosphere, what it's going to be like Monday with Game 7?
Man, I can only imagine. I know these fans, you can hear them here in Miami, so I can't even imagine what it's going to be like for Game 7. It's going to be huge. Best 2 words in sports is Game 7, and our home crowd. I know they're gonna bring the energy, so I'm excited.
Jaylen, right here. Coach Mazzulla was just saying that the togetherness is what's really helped you guys come from this entire deficit. How would you summarize the way that you guys have come all the way back to force this Game 7?
You know, it just takes togetherness. Like, everything was going wrong. You know, that's when you start to see the character of yourself. That's when you start to see the character of your group. You know, don't measure a man when everything is going well. Measure a team or a group or individual when adversity hits. And it hit us like a storm. Like, can't get no worse in the playoffs and how we kind of been playing. And look at how we responded. You know, being down 3 games, nobody has ever been able to, you know, come back from that as far as of yet. But it's only, 4 or 5 teams that's been able to force a Game 7. That just tells you that the group that we have is unique. The group that we have is special. And sometimes you need a little bit of, luck to bring it home. And tonight, you know, was an amazing game and incredible play at the end.
Jaylen, for you personally, in foul trouble in the second half, and then as a team, you guys were in the penalty for the last 8 minutes of the third quarter. How were you able to maintain your poise and come back mentally?
Just had to refocus. You know, at times during the game, you know, that crowd gets into it. You know, those guys over on the Miami East side, they play hard. I feel like I lost focus a little bit at a point during the game. And when I came out of halftime, I wanted to make sure that I regained my focus and got in foul trouble, but, you know, just stayed in the mind frame that I needed to help my team, and I helped us pull out a win.
You mentioned you guys fighting through adversity, Jaylen. You guys had literally your worst three-point shooting game of the season, shot 7 for 35. How are you able to overcome that and be able to, you know, pull this game out despite the fact that you guys weren't able to get anything going?
Defense. Our defense kept us in games, and defense is why it's going to be a Game 7. We held them The first 3 games, I think they was averaging above 115. The last 3 games has been around 100. I think defense is the key. Defense has made the biggest difference.
Final question, Jared.
Jaylen, you talked about after Game 4 how you guys needed to kind of get together and kind of reconnect with each other and find especially your defensive connectivity. So how crucial was that moment for you guys to kind of just forget about everything on the court and focus on what makes you together?
That moment, that small instance, that small moment, you know, really signified everything that we're seeing right now. In that moment, you know, we could have chose to be like throwing the towel. And I think, like, you know, that's what everybody was expecting, you know, or seeing or feeling that was coming. But nah, that's not how we wanted to go out. And we appreciate all the fans who supported us to get to this point. Now, we're not all the way there. We got to still come out and win Game 7.
Thank you, Jaylen.
Presented by your New England Ford dealers. Built for America. Built Ford proud.